guys, welcome back. I'm here with first prep vlog. So I'm gonna give you some updates for first few weeks. We start prep December early, but everything is going well. It's going very gradually. So I'm gonna share with you what I'm doing at the start of the prep in terms of nutrition, training, cardio, and everything. Now I'm going to train. So upper body day, my favorite, and I just went through my training log. So very exciting, very great to see how much progress I've done. Now, obviously important to say that I started my off season in January. Basically, I did like a little diet, but I wasn't even 1 year postpartum, so that's why the progress is maybe a little bit higher in terms of strength and actual load. Great to see that I actually even doubled some numbers on some exercises, got really strong, and now basically going to the prep, the goal is just one, to maintain as much strength as possible while I'm going into calorie edit. And just to come back to tracking the workouts, I talking about it to my clients quite a lot. They're all tracking their workouts, but I'm trying to make them understand why we do that, why it is so important. Because like if I ask you how many reps, how many sets, what weight you used last week on your lower body training, would you remember? I would not. So that's why we track the workouts, because we always have some reference. Every time you go into your next session, you can have a look back, you can see what you done last time, and you can already plan what's going to be your goal for the session. You want to keep improving. It's not just about the actual load. There is so many different variables where we can progressively overload, but you want to make sure that every session is a little bit higher in overall volume, effort, intensity. Many people do same shit for many years over and over again. Many people just live the same way. They never do something extra, something more to improve, to get better. And that's why they never have any results. That's why they look same. That's why they perform same. So if your goal is strength, build muscle, or even fat loss, you want to be able to train hard and with progressive overload to be able to give your body stimulus all the time, keep improving and seeing the results. And as I said, it doesn't have to be load itself. It can be overall volume, how many sets, reps, how many exercises. It can be slower tempo, perfect in the execution. Just make the training more challenging and doing a little bit more in any way. And one more thing I see is a huge benefit of tracking your workouts is that you actually start to enjoy your training more. You detach yourself from your initial goal, because let's be honest, many people train or go to the gym because they want to lose weight. So when you detach yourself from constantly chasing the weight loss and fat loss and how you look in the mirror, and you focus on your performance, how strong you are, how improving with your training, then it's completely different story. It's a more enjoyable journey, and obviously the results after come probably even a little bit faster because you're actually focusing on what you're doing in the gym. So let's do it. I'm going to do my upper body. I'm gonna take you through and let's have fun.
drift through, got no hands on the wheel, and my whip is brand new. And you know we making waves, and you know we making moves. Filling with the smoke, shadow clone jutsu.
Everything that was in my way is gone. Only a matter of time before I get rid of the police. What do you think of that, Al? This is my perfect victory! That's right! I win!
I'm back in my little kitchen and I'm going to do some meal prep, and I promise to share with you first updates, first few weeks of the prep, because yes, now it's almost Christmas, which is crazy, but it doesn't change anything for me in terms of nutrition and training. And as I said, I started prep 1st of December, which some people might say that it's very sad, but to be fair, it's actually exciting. Not gonna lie, if I would be in diet for a few weeks and months already, I would probably be jealous, but now it's first month, it's still a few weeks, and I'm pretty okay. Like, I don't mind, but obviously the conversations I have with people, it's funny to see like everybody has really different like a mindset and relationship with like nutrition and everything, but this is bodybuilding. It's different, it's very strict, and that's what I love about it. I love the discipline. It's just, yeah, I just respect everyone who ever done this. So now it's my turn to try. And so far it's 3 weeks. So far it's been 3 weeks in prep, which it doesn't really feel, to be fair. I always try to do everything I was told, so I'm just keep doing everything I'm told to do. There are just little changes done in terms of my nutrition and my cardio protocol. Otherwise, training has been same. 4 sessions per week. I do it 2 upper, 2 lower. In terms of cardio, we increased that for 25 minutes twice a week, and plus I cycle to work 3 times per week, which is part of my cardio. So that's really actually fun. I don't mind cardio. I don't mind to be on Stairmaster. The good thing is that I always something to do. I have always some work on my phone, so I just like do things on my phone. Sometimes I don't even listen to the music, but it just starts. Obviously it's gonna be way higher in terms of cardio and in terms of nutrition. So again, just slight change. Like, as I said in the previous video, I was eating quite a lot of calories. Like, last 2 weeks of off season were very hard in terms of food. To be fair, I even don't know, like, I was just eating because I had to. I didn't enjoy food. I wasn't hungry. I had no appetite. And, at the same time, I tried to enjoy that. I tried to enjoy a little bit more flexibility those last few days and weeks, and really like not be disgusted, even though I was really fed up. So far we dropped calories from around 3,000 now to 2,600 for training day and 2,300 something for non-training day, which feels like a good amount of food. It's still a lot of calories, to be fair, It's a little bit less in terms of like the volume and everything. So it's a little bit more doable. The appetite is back. I'm enjoying my meals. I'm obviously now started to follow really my meal plan to keep things a little bit easier. Obviously, I track everything as well, especially if I have something a little bit different that's on my meal plan, but it is easier for me. I'm someone who doesn't really like cooking different fancy recipes. I don't mind to eat same meals. I actually always have some period where I find some good meal and I eat it for a few weeks until I just change it to something else, and it's easier for me. So in terms of nutrition, it's been very, again, As I said, I actually don't feel I'm on prep because I always done my training, I always done my cardio, I always ate my meals and try to obviously be consistent with everything I do. It's good obviously to get into that mindset now. It's like time to, you know, go even harder, but yeah, it's still feeling really good. Obviously now it's Christmas this week, so I'm allowed to have Christmas dinner. I have a little bit more flexibility on 25th. I have one off-plan meal on 26th, so it's actually amazing. Obviously I'm not going crazy. We have some just small dinner at home. I don't have any occasions going on. This is exactly the reason why I decided to do the prep at this time this year, because we live small family, 3 of us. There is nothing around happening this year for me in terms of Christmas, in terms of summer, holidays, etc. So this is perfect time for me to really focus. So obviously throughout the whole 2025, I was focusing obviously on my strength and training, eating, getting into that habit and routine. And now next few months, we will be digging deep into this prep, so I can't wait. It's really exciting. I still sometimes have that feelings like it's actually happening, because for me it's really exciting for many reasons, and it really means a lot to do it, because firstly, I'm almost 2 years postpartum, so I have a little baby, so it's actually really great to see how much I'm able to achieve on the side of everything, because motherhood for me it's a huge struggle. It changed completely everything in my life. It's very intense, but at the same time it's quite probably pushing me even more to be better and to do things I always wanted. And second thing why this is so special for me is that I tried to compete in past, not once. I did first prep 9 years ago when it didn't went well, obviously, and I had health issues. I already didn't have my period 4 years in total, and so my coach back then, obviously, she told me it's fine, you know, you're going to the prep, you will lose your period anyway. So I was like, okay, fair. So I was with her a few months, and then I realized that it's actually not right. First thing on the side of not having period was that I was put straight onto diet, like straight into the prep, even though I was obviously training a little bit, not actual like bodybuilding bikini training. And 9 years ago, it was very old school style, you know, like especially for females. So I was put straight on diet. I was very lean, but I obviously didn't build any muscle, and I knew I don't want to look like shit. I knew I'm not gonna look well. Plus, I just really couldn't build muscle. Obviously, why? Because I was dieting for years, and I didn't have my period, and then I just decided that I need to first sort my health first. And then I tried to compete, or I wanted to compete 2 more times when I was in England, because obviously England is just country of bodybuilding. And then second time around, it was before I got pregnant, when I worked with coach for 3 months, and it was the first time I actually committed to actual like off season eating quite a lot. It was like really time when I saw insane change in my physique. It was really when I trusted someone to eat a lot of food, and I saw it works. But 3 months later, I lost my period again, but this time it was for actually good reason. I got pregnant, which I actually didn't know if I'm actually even can. I didn't know how my fertility is doing, what is going on, even though I had a regular menstrual cycle for a few years. It was really surprised, obviously in a good way, but now here I am. It's another attempt, and I did a whole year of putting everything I could into my training and nutrition and prep and build muscle, and now I'm officially in the prep for first competition ever, which is in April and in March. So good few weeks to go. Obviously, I'm very happy I have more time. I always like to be prepared. I always like to have more time, and especially with my coach, she knows what she's doing. So there will be probably some time to maybe refeed and refresh before actual peak week. So in terms of nutrition, as I said, it's still great in terms of like calories and amount of food. As I said, follow the meal plan. It's so easy. I know for some people it can be like a boring, but to be fair, if you don't know how to eat, if you like are new to fitness and want to achieve your goals, you need to quite like accept this. You know, you sometimes will eat something that you don't want to at that time, but this is the whole point. You know, we sometimes need to think about what our body needs instead of what our emotion needs, and that's something that people like don't realize sometimes. I have obviously a lot of clients who don't like to follow meal plan. They prefer to track their macros, you know, and if they do it, that's fine, but at the same time, sometimes the simplicity works better, especially in case when you are new or when what you do doesn't work currently, you know. Again, like everybody has different approach. For me, it gives me also a huge relief in terms of thinking about what I'm gonna eat, creating recipes, managing, counting everything. I know what I have, and this is what works for me the best. It gives me so much less pressure, less anxiety and fatigue from deciding what I'm gonna cook and eat. So what I'm gonna do today, I'm doing little meal prep because, as I said, even though it's Christmas week, doesn't mean anything for me apart from having obviously Christmas dinner, but I still going to do my meal prep. And because I follow my meal plan, this is my current meal plan at the moment, training day, non-training day, I do it the way that I always pre-cook my breakfast, pre-workouts and post-workout meals, which is usually oats and cream of rice. Then I divide it into my portions, so huge pot of oats and everything. I also cook my chicken usually, or obviously recently I have some tuna. I bought some prawns today as well for change. And then I also cook my carbs, rice, and normally I have also potatoes, but I'm not gonna do any potatoes today or this week for my meal prep because over Christmas we're gonna have potato salad, we're gonna have some roasted potatoes, there's gonna be a load of potatoes, so I'm gonna skip potatoes for this week because I'm gonna have over Wednesday, Thursday and Friday some. So I always do few portions per each, so it lasts 3-4 days. I have my breakfast, which is 50 or 65 grams. I have my post-workout meal, which is always 100 grams of cream of rice at the moment, and then I have also some oats for snack as well. And to be fair, it's actually a great way to meal prep. I love this way of meal prepping because I don't really like to have like whole meal cooked. Sometimes I do, depends on what it is. If it's, for example, pasta with some tomato sauce or something like that, yes. But sometimes I prefer to have my protein cooked. I prefer to have my, for example, side, rice, pasta, potatoes, whatever. And then I love to actually do the veg a la minute, you know, on that day, whether I cook something or whether I have actually just cold raw vegetables on the side. I prefer it this way, and it actually works for me. Obviously, if I would be someone who is working 9 to 5 every day and is in the office somewhere or whatever, it's obviously better to meal prep like the whole meal and portion. I have a little bit more flexibility, and like this it still saves so much time. Before I started prep, even though every day I'm home, obviously in the morning, not every day, most of the days, I used to cook even my breakfast in the morning, my oats. Since I'm on a prep, I'm actually getting things done even though I'm home, and it's actually great. Like it saves so much time, and like in the morning I can have my coffee instead of cooking something, and then I just put it into microwave and everything is ready. So everybody will benefit from different style of meal prep. You know, there is so many options. Everybody has different lifestyle, and we all have to find what works best for us. Now, I wanted to obviously share with you what I'm currently eating, how it looks like, and today is Monday. I'm not training today, unfortunately, but today Monday, but my non-training day, it's around 2,300 something calories. I have my meal one, which is breakfast. Every day it's same. Meal one is always same, oats. I have 50 grams. I have some whey, a little bit of biscuit spread, a little bit of peanut butter, and 100 grams of berries. For meal two, I have bread, 2 eggs. I currently love to do a little omelette. Always share a little bit with my son, so it's great. He loves it as well. I have some cheese. This time I had feta cheese and pineapple on the side. Pineapple is really good. I love pineapple, especially when you buy the one that's, you know, really like a good fresh. Meal 3 and 4 are same. I have 80 grams of chicken, I have 150 grams of veg, and then obviously side of carbs. Today I'm probably gonna do some rice, as I said, not potatoes, because potatoes will be later on. And then meal 5, it's actually a lovely snack. It's my favorite again. It's some more oats, 45 grams. I have some Greek yogurt, a little bit of peanut butter biscuit, and banana. So this is example of my non-training day. As you see, very simple. And even though it might look like boring or whatever, I obviously can have different vegetables, different sources of carbs, different protein. I actually think this is great meal example, you know. It's simple and you can really see like it's a great food sources, you know, like this is what people missing. People think they have to have something special, and obviously I can fit there. Obviously like I'm gonna just macro track, I can fit something there like extra sauce, a little bit of mayo or some ketchup or whatever, which I sometimes do. That's when I macro track as well, to like make sure everything is on point. But you know, as soon as I have biscuit spread on my meal plan, I'm happy. To do some meal prep for this week. Today was also a check-in day, as you could see, so I will wait for my feedback tomorrow, and if there are any changes for next few weeks, obviously I will update in another vlog. And thank you for following along. It's always great to hear any feedback and any kind words from anyone. I obviously, firstly, to have some memories on my prep, but at the same time, I follow other girls as well. I follow other girls that inspiring me, even if that helps single person, single mom that has some goals in fitness and feels like it's impossible. I'm here to show you that everything is possible.